Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. Fantastic to have you with us and see you joining. A few of you jumping in now. Keep coming. We're joined today by two of our wellbeing leads at NCO, by Claire Bennett and by Henry Cookey. Claire's was working on Maine Orchestra in the spring courses, and Henry's going to come to Maine in the summer. So Henry's did under 12s last year, so he's jumping from the littles to the bigs, and we're going to have a lot of fun with you all. So I'm going to start just by telling you, if you want to ask these guys any questions, you just tap on the Q&A button and you can write your question in there, and I'll make sure to ask them. And then we'll have some polls to vote on and some questions to answer for you to keep it all interactive. And I'm going to start by a screen share, and we're going to introduce our fantastic guests. So here we go. So Henry Cookey and Claire Bennett, and oh, hang on, this is the end of it. I need to go back to the beginning. There we go. So this is our wellbeing webinar with Ninja Warrior Henry Cookey and Team GB Fencer Claire Bennett. And I'm going to start with you, Claire. Would you be able to just tell us a little bit about you and your life?
Of course. I mean, first of all, disclaimer that photo, I was probably about 17 years old. So it's a very, very old photo. But yeah, so I used to do fencing for Great Britain. My proudest achievement is captaining the England team to a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. And yeah, I started fencing when I was just 10 years old. And I went to my first World Championships at the age of 14. So it got serious quite quickly. And I've just been on an incredible journey with fencing ever since then. Um, yeah, so absolutely, this is one of the things that I've said in the past. Sport has taught me resilience. It's taught me how to build a resilient approach. There's lots of ups and downs, just like you guys in with your playing and your music careers. There's going to be lots of challenges, but there's also going to be lots of peaks. And so with that, I've had a lot of experience of kind of navigating the challenges and building confidence and resilience. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about that later.
Just
Um,
quickly, Claire, how would you define resilience?
for me, resilience is it's about how you conceptualize something in your head. So how do you look at something? Do you perceive something as being quite traumatic and a really difficult, uncomfortable experience, or do you perceive it, do you see it as an opportunity for growth? So for me, resilience is really a lot in the mindset, and it's just like a muscle. It's something that you can build and strengthen every single day. So if we can really look at something with a certain mindset and that kind of positive attitude and that positive self-talk, that's what it is for me. I know resilience, a lot of people say it's like, and it is, it's like bouncing back and coming back stronger. But I think it's also to do with the mindset. If you can see it as an opportunity rather than a threat, that's one of the biggest things for me.
So what have you done since sport? Since you were
Yeah, so since I retired after the London 2012 Olympic Games, and since then I've been doing a lot of kind of like inspirational keynote speeches. I do lots of workshops and webinars to help support people to achieve their goals, really. So that could be working with big corporate organizations, or it could be working with young people facing disadvantage as well. So helping support them to get into whatever it is that they want to achieve. So it could be a job, could be training, could be just increasing their confidence. And I've set up my own company now called Perform Be Happy. So
We've got a picture of that. Here we
oh,
are. Be
that's so
happy.
that's me. That was yeah. The last one was with the Dame Kelly Holmes Trust, who Henry works with as well. So we support a lot of young people um, who just to help them, achieve their goals. And there we are. That was at the Give Back Awards. So yeah, and I really believe in giving back as well. I think, as an aside, by the way, it is about, sometimes giving up your time to give to others and to support things that you're passionate about that are really meaningful to you can bring you a lot in life. And so doing something outside of school or outside of music to give back to the community, I think is a really good thing. Um,
Great.
yeah, so yeah, so now I've got my company Perform Be Happy, and I'm a qualified performance coach. So I do a lot of one-to-one sessions as well. And I'm just there to support people along their journeys. And I called it Perform Be Happy because when I was fencing, I used to put a lot of unnecessary pressure on myself. And sometimes I forgot to enjoy the journey. And I think if I had enjoyed the journey a bit more, I would have just expressed myself more freely, and I would have been a much better performing athlete and also a happier athlete as well. So yeah, that's a big one for me, is just enjoying the journey. Oh yes, and that was recently. That was at Easter, in Sherborne, and I was going around all the sectionals, and we were talking about how to build that kind of growth mindset, positive self-talk. And I think last year we actually looked at resilience. So this year it was more about yeah, having that growth mindset. And it was brilliant. We did lots of team building activities as well, had lots of fun together. And it was great to see the different groups coming together, and there was a sense of like real togetherness and kind of connecting through shared experiences. So really good atmosphere, loved it.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's so much about being in an orchestra and being an NCO is about the small team, which might be your viola section like this, or your bigger team, which might be the string section, or your even bigger team, which might be the whole orchestra. So there's so much that we can learn from all those team building. And I know everybody had loads of fun. So thank you so much. And we can't wait to welcome you back to NCO next year. So next up is Henry. Let's have a little look at a video of Henry in action. So Henry is a ninja warrior, as well as, well, he'll tell you more about himself in a minute, but let's have a little look at the video of Henry.
Henry Cookey. Can this two-time British Taekwondo champion from Liverpool regain some glory for Team GB?
Got to get that hand across as well, and he's
Nicely done. Our international athlete has boys A game tonight. He needs to keep it tight as he goes down. He's done it, Kelly! He comes to the swinging frames. Has his grip shake. He looks like he's a powerfully built athlete.
He does indeed, Ben.
Here we go. So he moves along the first frame. Edge along. Working nicely.
Swing
now get
again.
your swing again here, Henry. Henry, no silly mistakes.
He's all right now, Ben. He's all right. Don't move.
Come on now, Henry.
Go on.
One more frame to negotiate. This is going to be burning his grip, his fingers.
He's
now
there,
he's got
Ben.
swing to get off.
Do not worry about him. He's there. Come on, one swing back and forward. Don't go too early, Henry.
Jinx it, Cam. He's made it.
Good man, Henry.
Henry's the first competitor to make it to the walked wall tonight.
It's a battle between him and the wall, and then he becomes King Henry.
1.88 meters tall, this guy. Will the cookie crumble? Or is he going to fly up our wall?
King Henry is there.
Don't jinx it, Cammy. I've told you before. He only gets 2 more shots at this.
He palmed it instead of grabbing it, Ben.
The crowd are cheering him. Knows he can get there.
Come on. How can a big, strapping athlete like yourself not make it to the top of this wall? You have to do it, King.
There you go. Henry's the man, and he's got to the top of the wall.
King Henry Cookey, 2 times British Taekwondo champion, is the first competitor to beat the wall tonight.
Amazing, Henry. Tell us about that experience.
That was absolutely amazing. So that was the very first time I went on Ninja Warrior. That was back in 2016. I've actually been on 3 times since then. I did a lot better the next few times. But yeah, it was really amazing experience. Like literally changed my life, changed the way I looked at everything in fitness, but absolutely loved it. But if we rewind, well, we go into this picture here. This is my actual career, what I did professionally. This is Taekwondo. So I used to compete for Team GB at Taekwondo. I fought at heavyweight. That's me in the blue, kicking the guy in the head. This was the Austrian Open in 2014. This is probably the best fight I ever had. So very, very strong memories of this. But yeah, Taekwondo was like a big part of my life. I absolutely loved it. I used to actually work as a chemical engineer. And then I left that job, left a like quite high paying job because I was that passionate about Taekwondo, and I had a dream to chase to go to the Olympics. My biggest achievement was in 2014, that same year, I won a bronze medal in the Commonwealths in Scotland, which that was, again, another amazing experience. And then, unfortunately, I didn't get, so the aim was always Rio 2016. I won a lot of medals along the way, but I unfortunately didn't get selected in 2016. But in my career, as a lot of athletes, I had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but having the ability to pick myself back up has bled right into the rest of my life, into everything that I do. And the lessons that I've learned all the way through my taekwondo career have helped me so much in everything that I'm doing now. This is me training. So the amount of hard work that I had to put in to get to where I did, that again, that's carried on with me. Even now that I've retired, even leading to Ninja Warrior, that and everything that I do in my life has all been shaped by the kind of things I learned from like pushing myself as an athlete to do the things that I wanted to do there. So
What
yeah,
are the real qualities that you need in taekwondo? Because it looks like you need real strength and balance and sort of discipline. And
you need strength, you need balance, you need flexibility.
yeah.
I was actually, so I'm quite big. I'm 6'3", but I was one of the smallest heavyweights in my division, like around the world that were competing. So I had to be very, very fast. So for a big guy trying to get fast, that was quite a challenge for me. But I did it. I had to change my situation, change the way I trained, change the way I fought. Because the way it was in UK was completely different to the rest of the world. So I had to it was a massive eye opener when I started fighting internationally. So yeah, you need to, but the biggest thing is the mental toughness you have to have. You're coming up against someone that's literally trying to tear your head off. Like, it's all sportsmanship. It's not anger. It's not aggression, but it's their job to try and tear your head off. You've got to go into that fight knowing that there's the distinct possibility that you could get hurt, but you've got to know that you've got to be confident in your game, in your abilities, and have the freedom to execute what you want to do and not let yourself get killed, but do the things you need to do to win the fight. And then there's also
Luckily, we don't have those risks in orchestras usually.
There's also the side like controlling your emotions and not getting angry, not getting upset about the things that are going against you, and being able to stay calm and being able to execute what you need to do to succeed.
Yeah, amazing. And now what do you do?
Now I've moved on. So after Ninja Warrior, when I said it changed my life, I wasn't joking. I wasn't being cliche. That experience really opened my eyes. I really enjoyed the training that I did for it, the actual being on the course. I thought, this is great. This is so much fun. But I was knackered. I worked really hard. I was absolutely gassed, out of breath. My arms were killing. I thought, this is so much fun, and I've worked so hard. This is great exercise. I feel like everyone should be able to experience this. The amount of people that want to exercise and want to get fit, but they don't want to go to a gym and they don't want to lift weights, this will be so great for them. Young children, it's amazing for improving their agility, their balance, their coordination, and building their confidence. So I had the idea to build my own Ninja Warrior gym up in Liverpool, and I've built it, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm coaching adults, coaching kids. Also, like Claire said, I'm working with Dame Kelly Holmes Trust, working with young people, helping get lives on track and improving their mental skills, their confidence, their resilience, their faith in themselves, and being able to bring the best versions of themselves out. And I'm doing that exact same thing in the gym with kids and adults as well.
And here we've got a little video. I'll just play a short bit of this. Was Henry in action last year with NCO under 12s. And that was a thought for the day. Bit of a warm up. Warriorness and taekwondo in action. So just thank you so much, Henry. That's really inspiring. Just for those of you on the webinar, NCO children, on the website there's loads of wellbeing resources that you can tap into, including a warm-up video that Henry's done new for this year for us. So if you want to do some physical warm-ups before you practice, before you play, before you do anything, There's a great video, just very short, up there for you to access. And then on our YouTube channel, there's all sorts of webinars about your own well-being and about being a great team. So there's no I in team. There's lots more than this. How to be the best you can be. How do we build on success with Claire? How do we cope with disappointment with Alison Pope-Rodius? And then there's also the last webinar for any of you that missed it, and especially any of you who are in our projects program. These are the 4 guest artists who are coming to projects in June. So if you've missed that one, that's on our YouTube channel now as well. So just go onto YouTube with NCOGB and you'll find all our webinars, and there's loads and loads of content there. So that's it. Oh, and finally, there's the final webinar of this year is on the 18th of July, and it's one for your mums and dads, for parents and carers. So if you want to let them know about that, it's all about how best to raise and support exceptional young musicians like all of you. And we've got some great parents, including Sheku Kane-Mason's mum, Caddy Kane-Mason, will be there, as well as parents of children who've come through NCO who want to offer advice and just share their thoughts and thinking. So make sure your parents and carers know about that one, and we look forward to seeing them on the 18th of July. So that's the end of that, and we're back in the room. Hello, nice to see you again. You're still there, you haven't gone. Great. Okay, so if anybody has any questions that they want to ask, please put them in the Q&A, and I will just kick things off with Henry. What was your impression of working with the children at NCO?
It was absolutely amazing. I don't know if you could see my face on those videos. I was absolutely beaming, the smile. It was such an amazing experience seeing you guys. So the hard work everyone puts in, the sheer talent, like everyone was just so talented. It was really impressive. It even baffles me how people can read music and the stars, but like seeing how talented all the musicians were and the amount of hard work that they put into it was just brilliant. It was really, really impressive and like inspiring for me to want to work hard at the things that I do.
Great, thanks, Henry. What about you, Claire? What was when you first worked with the children at NCO, what was your impression of them?
Same with me, just what Henry said, like completely blown away by the dedication, the work ethic. You know, I didn't quite realize how intense the schedules are, you know, in residentials, like the practice and the non-stop kind of, but the other side of it is like, you know, the passion that the children have for their instruments, for the music, and for making it work together as an orchestra. It was just such a beautiful thing to watch and to see everybody get closer and that sense of togetherness, you know, throughout the week. I'm really gutted I couldn't see the concert at the end, because I think, well, I heard, you know, especially at Easter, how magical it was, and everybody was kind of pushing themselves even further than what they'd ever done before, you know, outside of their comfort zones, and you know, taking risks to be the best performing musician they could be, and just really inspiring to be around you guys, and also to be around the support team, because you know, everybody there is just incredible, and all they want to do is kind of lift you up and bring out the best in you. And I think, again, number one, why Henry and I were successful in our sports is a lot of it's to do with support team and people who believe in you and who are there for you.
There's something really special, I think, and quite similar to sport about NCO, is that it's all about people coming together and not competing, but being part of something way bigger than themselves, and actually therefore achieving way more, weirdly. Is that something that happens, Henry, in sport, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah. Coming together. So like in Taekwondo, I'd be fighting with my rivals, people that we're going for the same spot, but we're training together and bringing the best out of each other. It's the same thing with you musicians. You might all be fighting for the same position, but working together, you're only going to make the whole orchestra better, the whole team together. You may think that you're playing like an instrument by yourself, but you are part of a team, and you're going to work together as a team, and working together is going to bring the best out of you, the best out of them, and you're going to have a much better time doing it as well, because you bounce off each other and feed off each other's energy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we've got a poll. Henry had 2 fish when he was growing up. What were they called? Were they called Sharky and George, SpongeBob and Patrick, Nemo and Bubbles, or Fish and Chip? Okay, what do we think they were called? Everyone's voting. Keep your votes coming in. We've got about 40% of people voted so far. There's a definite leader, though. Definitely somebody in the lead. Let's see, nearly there. Keep going, keep going. A few more of you have still got to vote. I don't, I know the answer to this, so I shouldn't speculate. But I guess you don't, Claire, do you?
No, I
What
don't.
would you think? What would be your answer, Claire?
Well, I'm hoping it's fish and chip because that's just obvious.
Okay, I think everybody's voted. Let's share the answer. This is what people think. They think it was SpongeBob and
Ooh.
Patrick. Okay, but is that right, Henry?
It is incorrect. Unfortunately, the answer was Sharky and George. Fully showing my age there. That was a cartoon that I used to watch when I was growing up.
Sharky and George. Did they live long, your fish?
No. They were replaced with another Sharky and George.
Oh, sweet. So yeah, definitely they thought that Patrick, SpongeBob and Patrick, followed by Fish and Chip. That's Claire. So
Fish and chip is a good name for fish. If I have some more fish, but if the children have some fish, I'll definitely be pushing for that.
excellent, fantastic. Okay, talk to us just a little bit about team building, Claire, because a lot of the work you do at NCO is about building the teams, isn't it? So tell us a little bit about how a few kind of top tips on how to build a good team.
Well, for me, it's about really knowing each other. And that's the thing. It's about being really self-aware about, okay, how can we get to know each other even better so we understand what makes each other tick and we understand what each other's strengths are so that we can help leverage those strengths, bring them up and be really well performing as a team. So, it's just really getting to know each other on a deeper level. And that's why we do these team building activities, because you find that people connect more freely and easily, and they might share more about themselves and their personalities. Some people, it might be that, when you're performing in an orchestra, let's say you've just done a practice or you're gearing up towards a concert, it might be that some musicians like to be kind of praised in front of everybody. You did a great job, well done. But actually, other person might like to be just pat on the back at lunch or somewhere discreetly. So it's really just understanding what works for each other and how you can just that phrase my parents always used to tell me, like, treat people the way you want to be treated. I actually disagree with that. I think you should treat others the way they want to be treated. And it's really understanding what their values are ultimately, and how can we help each other and support each other as a team.
Great, fantastic. Oh, and we've got another poll. Claire's best present ever when she was a child was a skateboard, a bicycle, rollerblades, a unicycle, or some Heelys. Well, they've all got motion. There was obviously a lot of energy in you as a child, Claire. So there's definite leader as well. Only 8 of you voted so far, so come on, make your choices. There's a definite leader here, streaming ahead. Can you see the votes going up yourselves or not?
No, I can't.
No, okay. So I think we're nearly there. I'm gonna stop the screen share, stop the poll, okay, and share the results. They think it's Heelys, Claire.
Okay, guys. I mean, the fact that I don't even know what Heelys are, I'm not gonna lie. Might give away that one's wrong. The Heelys the one where you got the little wheels on the heels.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
You do know what they are.
I don't think they were really around when I was young. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm giving away how old I am. But rollerblades were my thing. I used to love blading. That was just the coolest thing when I was growing up. So yeah.
That came in very close second. So yeah, excellent, brilliant. Okay, Henry, what do you think you'll be doing with our main orchestra kids in the summer? Any thoughts or ideas about what we should do with you?
Gonna have an absolute fantastic summer. So you probably saw what we did last time with the group. So I'll definitely be doing more of that. So we'll do some taekwondo, teach you some taekwondo skills if you want to learn that. But then I'll also be going through some stuff that's going to help you with your performances and with your longevity, you have a long career. So like your flexibility, your posture and your balance, your core strength and your stability, general strength and general fitness, and also helping you increase like your cardiovascular capacity. I'll also be jumping in between your sectional sessions. So I'll be there to help you out. there to chat, there to give any advice that you need. But I'm mostly interested in just seeing you guys perform because it's absolutely amazing. Seeing your practice and the processes is just so impressive to me. But I am there to help. So
Great.
yeah, I'm very friendly, so don't be shy. Come and say hi to me.
Well, the quite often different instruments obviously use different muscles and different. Some are quite symmetrical, some are quite asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Are there things, exercises, do you think that are specifically good for specific instrumentalists, or is
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for each instrumental group, you're going to have different strains on your body. So there's different exercises that you have to do to keep yourself balanced and keep yourself, and also after you've had like a long session, bring yourself back into that neutral position. And that's the kind of things when I'm moving between different groups, I'll be working on those like specific things that are going to be specific for you and your instrument. So it's
yeah?
really important, and it's really going to help you to prolong your career and give you and let you have the best time doing what you love doing.
Yeah, because quite a lot of instruments that you do end up one-sided or with muscles probably disproportionately strong in certain areas and weaker in others. And I think you can quite
Exactly.
often have a weird weakness that
Yeah,
is
it can
just
cause problems later down in life as well, being imbalanced, especially if you don't address it. Like now's the perfect time to address it when you're young. And if you don't address it now, it can cause problems later down the line. So if we get it knocked on the head now, you're in for an absolute winner.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we did a webinar with the BBC Young Musician finalists. So if anybody wants to look back at that, it's on YouTube. And their advice for their 12-year-old selves, one after another, was take care of your body and your body will take care of you, basically. So listen to your body, understand your body, because your body is more important even than your instrument and your music, because without your body, neither of those exist. So if you get injured or you don't take care of your body, you won't be the best musician. So that's why we think we're incredibly lucky to have people like Henry and Claire who want to share their expertise with us, because being fit and being healthy in your body is absolutely key, not only to playing well, but also to not getting injured and being the best that you can be. So, oh, another poll. What is Henry scared of? Is he scared of flappy birds, fake fingernails, fake eyelashes, jellyfish, or heights? Okay, there's one vote in so far. Oh, interesting. Definitely one is striking out ahead. Quickly, last couple of votes to come in. What would you say here, Claire? Would you have a guess?
I'm thinking Flappy Birds. I feel like a lot of people have phobias of birds, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, only one person said Flappy Birds, and most people said
Ooh,
jellyfish, Henry.
jellyfish. I've actually been stung by a jellyfish before, and it was painful, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm not afraid of jellyfish. There's two right answers there. One is Flappy Birds, and the other one is fake fingernails.
Fake
Those, yeah,
fingernails.
yeah, they're
What
not good.
don't you like
What's
about fake
what
fingernails?
is it?
I just find them disgusting. It just runs through me. The thought of them like coming off and just
Yeah,
being just yuck.
I'm with you on that.
Honestly,
They're really,
I'm getting like goosebumps just thinking about it. So,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
they are quite odd, and certainly as a musician, you'd never be able to wear fake
Especially when you
fingernails
see them, they're like that long
and
and
do anything. You see people
yeah,
trying to tap on screens and stuff, don't
yeah,
you, with
you can hear
massive
them
long.
clicking. Oh god.
It's like click, click, click. It's a bit like nails on a blackboard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perhaps not. Great. So has anybody got any questions? I've got some questions here. Let's have a look. Okay, here we are. Okay. Oh, this is a nice one. Do you have any favorite musical artist? And if so, why? I bet you've got somebody, Henry, one or two.
Do and you're gonna be a bit surprised here. It is. So one of my favorites is actually Bach because I really like his song. I really like a few of his pieces, and I listened to them when I was training. Um, like it's really good for calming myself down because like after training, after you've had a really heavy session, your adrenaline's flying. I had a lot of trouble sleeping, so I play a lot of classical music to like relax myself, and it really did wonders for me. So yeah, yeah.
Amazing. What about you, Claire?
Oh, I wouldn't say I've got a favorite artist, but I love going to listen. I go to the proms, for example. I try and go every single year. And the same as Henry, I find it so relaxing. And quite often I would listen to it if I was like really stressed before a competition, or even like an important like moment in my life, like before an interview, just to get myself in the zone and just to kind of relax and feel good about myself. So yeah, I wouldn't say I have a favourite one, but I do love listening to classical music.
What about pop music? Do you have any favorite pop stars?
Go on then. Shall I go first? Yeah. I like, again, I'm just being so rubbish about giving a specific person, but I like soul music. I like old school R&B, so people like Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, that kind of, yeah. I love that. I love all that soul and R&B.
Good music. Yeah. What about you, Henry?
Yeah, I like love hip hop. Like a lot of rap music. So I like a lot of the old school stuff. So Notorious B.I.G. and I like from there's a very strong era in history around the kind of 2000 2004 period. So people like Ludacris and a lot of guys around that area, like Nelly. So I really like those.
I think you could probably teach us a thing or two at NCF with your musical
And
taste.
that would be amazing if you could play one of my favorite songs. That would be
Tell us what it is, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, we've got another question
yeah.
about neurodiversity. Do either of you, or have you worked with young people with neurodiversity? How do they cope? This person was saying that they bring noise cancelling headphones and earbuds to our project program in order to be able to stay in and be part of the team. So, what about? Can I go to you, Claire, about neurodiversity?
Yeah, I don't have I don't have any kind of neurodiversity sort of things that I'm dealing with, but I have worked with lots of young, especially young people. I work in like different special schools, and I help them. Um, and I support them through sessions, so we can always adapt to any session in order to get the best out of you, so that you can perform to your best. So I noticed some of the question was, can you bring your noise cancelling, and and absolutely, and it's just about, I think with these sort of things, it's just trying to be honest and open about how you feel and what can we do to best support you and to make it as inclusive and as for you as possible. But it's we want you to feel, well, nothing is going to hold you back, and so it's important for you to feel that confidence from us that you're well supported. So yeah, absolutely. And I do work with lots of young people who are so successful, and in fact sometimes it makes you even stronger and better performing, because actually going through different challenges in life actually builds resilience. And so you'll find quite often that if perhaps you've got autism or ADHD, sometimes you actually focus and concentrate even more in what you're doing, because and you know how to kind of channel it in a way that actually is incredible. So it really comes through in everything that you do.
What about you, Henry? Have you worked with young people with
Yeah, so I was
neurodiversity?
actually diagnosed myself with ADHD when I was younger. I was never treated for it, but having that focus of martial art, and that really, really helped me. So having something that I was passionate about, that really helped focus my mind and engage my energy. You probably what I found, I do work with a lot of kids with autism and ADHD, loads of neurodivergent children in the gym and in some of the programs that I do at Kelly Holmes Trust. And I have found that even though they have that, like it's trouble focusing, trouble staying in one place, finding that one thing that they can focus on, you get all the focus. And as Claire said, that doesn't have to be a weakness for you. Like whatever condition you have, it doesn't have to be a weakness for you. If you can embrace it and accept that that's part of you and work with that, you can actually turn that into a strength and turn that into something that as part of your character. If you really own it, you can turn it into something that's part of your character. You can help you focus your energies and really put them into something especially if you're passionate about it, you can really work that into something that's great for you.
Oh, that's lovely. We've just had a lovely comment from somebody saying, I'm also diagnosed with ADHD. It feels really nice to have someone like me.
Yes.
So that's nice. Excellent. There's a question about, do you play any instruments, either of you? Do you want to
I
go first, Claire?
Okay.
I don't. I used to play the recorder in primary school, and I always wanted to play the clarinet, but then someone told me I couldn't do it with braces on. But I mean, this was years ago, and now I know you can. I don't know what the thing is. Because sport got serious so early on for me at school. I just didn't have the time to kind of really focus on different things. But I always wanted to learn an instrument, and I think I'd love to do classical guitar. That would be I'd love to get into that. Yeah.
What about you, Henry? Did you learn anything?
I used to do flute when I was in school, and I really wasn't very good at all. So that didn't last very long. But when I was 18, I decided I wanted to learn the ukulele. So I taught myself how to play that, and I can play that now, and that's been really, really good for me. Like during my sporting career, being able to step away and just like play that, trying to like learn new songs and new chords and things, like relaxing myself, taking my mind off, like get away from any stress and things. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's one thing I
Someone's
do.
just commented, I love the flute. I play the flute at the Royal College of Music junior department. So
Amazing.
I can't see you
Brilliant.
as a flautist though, Henry. That wouldn't be
No,
the
I don't.
instrument
I
I
don't
would have
feel like
given
a
you.
princess myself.
I could think of pretty much any other instrument might have suited you better.
Yeah, it was. I didn't choose it. They gave it to me in school. I said, "Right, you'll pick." I practically you had to put on the list what
All
instruments
right.
do you want to play, and I put guitar, saxophone, and I think I put trombone. And they thought, "Right, you can play the flute." They didn't like.
Oh, that's a shame. Excellent. Question about from a harpist. What exercises, Henry, would be good for a harpist?
Absolutely loads. So with the harp, your posture is really, really important. So anything where you're working on keeping that posture strong, strengthening your back and strengthening your core is really important. Exercises working on your shoulder strength because you're there with your hands up there quite a lot. So strengthening your shoulders, strengthening that endurance in your shoulders to be able to keep your hands up there is really going to help you so your arms aren't getting tired too quickly. And you've got the freedom in your fingers to do what they need to do. But it's also really important to keep your cardio capacity strong, even though it's not like a woodwind instrument, you probably don't feel out of breath. But if you can keep your energy, like your energy tank, imagine your tank like a battery. If it's always draining down really, really quickly, you're gonna get tired, you'll get sloppy with your notes. But if you can keep that engine, that battery power high, like for the whole way through all of your sets, you're gonna be playing to the best of your ability all the way through. So that means getting yourself moving around, running, playing sports like football, badminton, anything where you're getting yourself out of breath regularly, you'll get stronger. Your heart's going to get stronger, your lungs will get stronger, and you'll get better.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much. So we've got another poll about Claire. Claire is challenging herself by learning to do something new. What is it? Is it ballroom dancing, computer coding, tightrope walking, singing, or fly fishing? What is she trying to do that she hasn't done much of before? Thank you. Lots of quick votes coming in. That's really excellent. And thank you for all your questions. They've been really lovely questions to answer. I think somebody changed their mind then. It came and went. Okay, last chance, drum roll for the end of this. And there's a definite leader here again. And the results are they think you're learning to tightrope walk, Claire.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive. If you can convince somebody that that's what you might be doing.
I love how you all feel like I could do the tightrope walking. That's amazing. No, do you know what? At the moment, I've been learning how to sing. I've always wanted to be able to sing ever since a little girl, and I've not been able to sing a single note. And in fact, I have to share this because I'm really proud of this. Last week, I started to learn how to sing 6 months ago. And last week, I said I would step in front of an audience and sing a song. And last week, I stepped in front of an audience in Covent Garden in London, and I sang Etta James, massive soul singer, A Sunday Kind of Love, in front of an audience. And it went well. I was really happy. I was really proud of myself. It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done my whole life. But it felt so rewarding and fulfilling afterwards. So yeah. And actually, the fly fishing one, I'm going to try fly fishing for the first time on Tuesday. So that's another thing that
It's always good to try new things, isn't it? And that's a weird thing. We get in a bit of a rut sometimes, don't we, of always doing the same old, same old. So really good. I've got a lovely comment here for you, Claire. What's your favourite place to go when you're sad? And I think you would be very good at ballroom dancing.
Oh, thank you. Is that going to be my next challenge? Shall I try and get on Strictly? Yeah, easy. What do you reckon?
I think you're very good. Yeah, I think you're not wrong there.
And the other part of the question was, where do I like to go when I'm sad?
If
I
you're
think
sad, yeah. What
I'm
do you
sad.
do if you're sad?
I don't know if I'm sad. Okay, well, that's a great question. Do you know what the most important thing that I do when I'm sad is I connect with people. So I connect with family and friends, people who I know are going to lift me up and just give me the energy that I need. Quite often, I just like spending time with my kids. They're quite young. They're only 6 and 3 years old. So just getting completely immersed in their world, in their happy, go lucky kind of mindsets, that makes me feel good as well. So what I would do if you're feeling sad is just connect with other people, talk about it as well. But be around the people who you love and who love you too, because it's actually one of the 5 ways to well-being is connection. I really believe in it. So there's 5 things you can do to help improve your well-being. One of them is
Could you run through those 5 for us quickly, Claire?
Yeah, sure. So one of them's connection. The other one is to keep learning, and that's exactly why I set myself that singing challenge, because it is about remaining curious, having that growth mindset the whole time. The third one is to give, and that's not giving money, that's giving your time to someone, or like giving someone a compliment, telling someone, oh, do you know what? I love that coat you're wearing, because you might make their day, you might change them and make them feel better. And that makes you feel good too. So what have I said? Connection, keep learning, giving, physical activity. Henry will know, especially even now, Henry's just absolutely smashing it always in the gym. It does make you feel good. Everybody knows that. Helps lower any anxiety or sadness that you might have. And the last one, what's the last one? How many have I said? Connection, keep learning, give, physical activity, and to take notice. So that's not just taking notice of the thoughts and feelings in your head, but it's like going outside. It's sunny at the moment for once, but it's noticing the sun shining in your face. It's noticing the birds singing, maybe just noticing the leaves rustling in the trees, or the seasons changing. So if you can be in that moment and present and at one with nature and noticing the things going on around you, that really helps with your well-being too.
Great. So if anybody wants to just Google 5 ways of well-being, they're very commonly used and they're excellent. And that you might be missing one. You might be thinking, oh, I'm doing 4 of those, but I still don't feel as amazing as I think I could. So have a look. Now, we're getting really close to the end of time, unfortunately. Very quickly, a question for you, Henry Cookey. What's your favourite cookie? I bet you've been asked that a lot.
Oh, I have. What is my favourite cookie? It's probably white chocolate and macadamia is probably my favourite one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's quite indulgent, but you don't have that every day, do you? Okay, we've got 5 very quick questions now. So everybody, I need you to be very quickly on your polling because we're going to run through these really quickly, okay? So on your marks, get set. Whose favourite ice cream flavour is cookie dough? Is it Henry or Claire? Let's see how we're going. Quick. Okay, excellent, very quick, really good. So I'm going to stop it there. They think it's Henry. Is that true, Henry? Yeah, it's true, exactly. Well done. Okay. Oh, hang on, what have I done here? Can you see that one? No.
Yeah.
Hang on, sorry. Why won't that launch? Well,
I'll tell you what, Henry, why don't we answer some of the questions in the chat while Kath
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
What have we got?
when you were doing Ninja Warrior, were there any particular obstacles that you were nervous of?
I was nervous of all of them. There was one in particular I was very nervous of. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a log and it spins. You've got to run across it, and it's terrifying. I was absolutely terrified. I was actually really scared of the first one because I didn't want to fall off on the first obstacle when I got there. But yeah, the spinning log, as I was running along it, I was obviously terrified at the start. As soon as I started running along it, I felt myself falling off to the side, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to fail. So I leapt, jumped forward, and I landed with my belly on the platform, managed to pull myself up.
I just don't know how you do the swinging ones. Like, it's just so much like strength that you need. I struggle just with the monkey bars in the
A lot of
play.
it's like confidence in your hands, like confident that you're not just going to come straight off. Everyone's a lot stronger than you think you are, like holding your own body weight. So you just got to like believe that you can do it and go for it. And then there's a lot of technique in it as well, like how to swing your body.
Sorry. I can't do these anymore, I'm afraid. Sorry. But we were gonna ask just some cheeky questions about the kind of what was your favorite chocolate, Claire?
My chocolate, I said, is that, you know, the giant milk chocolate caramel ones, though, the button. Oh, with a cup of tea, that's my heaven.
And don't you like kind of rubbish sweets as well, Henry, even though you're very fit
I
and you take care of your body?
absolutely love fizzy jelly sweets. Any kind of fizzy jelly sweets that are a weakness for me.
I'm with you on those.
Haribo Tang
What about
Classic.
Sour Patch Kids? Do you like those?
Love Sour Patch Kids. I really like the cheap ones, the ones like the non-branded ones. They're just really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Brilliant. Okay, so it's time for our selfie. So we need to if you can get ready at home with somebody that can take a picture of you, or you get your phone to take your own selfie of you. If you can take a picture of yourself with the screen, so imagine yourself looking there and then we're in the background, and we've got some silly props. I've got some sunglasses and I've got a hat. I've got my Wimbledon hat, just especially because this is sporty. Okay, and we've got an Ninja Warrior hand. And what have you got, Claire? My goodness.
This is from Asterix and Obelix. Don't know if anybody's ever heard, but yeah, we went to the theme park in Paris once and we bought the whole set.
Excellent. Okay, let's lean in for our sporty one. And can you lean in a bit, Claire, so your face is
Oh yeah.
big.
Is that
We can't see your hat. That's
oh
good. That's good. Excellent. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You've got all sort of fireworks behind you, Claire.
what's going on?
Amazing, Claire.
Apparently that's a new thing on Zoom. If you lean in, I don't know. If you put
Certain
thumbs up,
gesture.
I think it does fireworks or something.
Maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
well, it does.
Anyway.
So, yeah.
Anyway, okay. So very last question then. What advice would you give your 12-year-old self? What do you wish you had known when you were 12? Well, I'll go for you, Henry, first.
I wish I knew how much I was capable of doing. I used to doubt myself in everything I did. Didn't think I was very sporty. If I could go and tell myself that anything you put your mind to, you can do it. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Keep pushing harder, and things will go great. Then that would have made life a lot more fun.
That's amazing. We had Bill Bailey on a webinar once, and he said his advice was you're capable of way more than you think.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing, isn't it? And that was teachers that were telling him that, but telling yourself that is really, really great advice. Thank you. And Claire?
Yeah, for me, it is definitely when I was younger, it was about enjoying the process and the journey more. And, you know, it's not always about that end goal, you know, trying to enjoy the little things along the way, the stepping stone goals will really make you much happier, and it will make you just a better performing person in general. So enjoying the journey and just letting go and having fun, that's the big one. Having fun, life's too short. I wish I'd had more fun when I was a bit younger, I have to say.
Yeah, I think we're quite good at having fun at NC. I hope we are. And I hope we work hard and we have fun as well along the way. Brilliant. Thank you so much. So Henry, we can't wait to see you. Henry is with Main Orchestra in the summer. And Claire has done her stint with us this year, but she's going to be back next year, we hope, for 2 courses. So hopefully many of you will get the chance to work with both of them next year if you don't this year. But check out everything on the website and on our YouTube channel if you want a little bit more of the Henry, Cookey, Claire, Bennett fun and love, then it's all out there. And thank you so much, chaps, for being with us and for all your wisdom and all the skill and expertise and brilliance that you bring to NCO. We're very, very honoured to have you as part of our wellbeing team, and can't wait to work with you again soon. So it's bye for now, and thank you all very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.